All right, welcome back. We had a debate here last week, and it did get a lot of attention, and we also got a lot of flack from people who watched, saying, why didn't we invite any female panelists? And we tried to do, even if not a debate this time, we wanted to get the opinion of women to see what if they were going to have anything different to say. And unfortunately, we didn't get people from the PDP. Pretty much, and we have two guests here from the APC. We're going to talk to them. Hopefully, by next week, we can get some guests from the PDP to come and give us their own side of things. I have here with me Ugochi Imoka. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
And also Ibilola Essien. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Sir.
It's not going to be a debate, unfortunately.
It's fine.
But we just want to hear your side of things, and I want to pick up from the last interview I just had now with Yemi Adamolekun about debates, and it's something that a lot of people have been very, very unhappy about. Maybe not a lot of people, but a number of people have been, about the fact that General Buhari isn't going to be part of a debate. What is the emotion in the APC camp about that? Is it something people are happy about or people are comfortable about? And was that a deliberate thing?
Well, first of all, we represent Act Now Nigeria as well, so it's a political conscious group. And yes, we're in support of APC for the sake of this election, so we'll Act Now. So as the debate goes, well, General Buhari has said that he would prefer a town hall meeting, which would give him a chance to engage with the young people in contrast to a debate. And I mean, this is not the norm, but I think, you know, if that's his decision, then that should be respected. In a town hall meeting, you'll be given the same chance to discuss the issues, which ultimately is the aim of having a debate, I guess, to discuss the issues, to test the policies, to test the ideas, and see how valid they are. And so if he says he wants a town hall meeting, I think, you know, it's very valid. What we should then do is organize as many town hall meetings as possible and get youths that can engage him on the important issues.
But you have to be, I mean, come on, town hall meetings are not debates. Debates are debates for a reason. It's where you face off with your opponent to see where you differ, or where you agree on issues, and maybe your reaction to maybe when allegations are thrown at you. There's a reason why debates are popular. People want to see how you are able to take the heat from your opponent. So it's not the same thing, is it?
Well, technically, it's not. But again, you know, with what Ugochi has said, this is the decision that General Buhari has reached. He preferred to have town hall meetings that can engage directly with citizens. I mean, I don't think there's anything that beats going to go and speak to the woman, or the woman who's at the marketplace, who has direct access to the general or to Professor Shibajiro, and is able to ask questions relating to issues that affect her directly, and then, you know, is able to spread that information after, you know. And I think that, you know, if this is the way they've chosen to go, and it appears to be working well, you know, we seem to have a lot of...
How's that?
I think so.
How's that working well?
Well, if you walk the streets, you'll see how people are, a lot of people want change, and it comes from the fact that there's this need, you know, what the general and prof have done, you know, trying to reach out to all of those people. It appears to be working because they feel like, okay, these are people that genuinely care, you know, care about them and the issues that, you know, that they have.
You know, I've heard that a lot, and people who are in the ruling party and other parties have said that maybe that's so far as with people who live in Lagos or are sort of in the middle class with the kind of people you interact with. Like the real voters who have always been the mass, with 40, 50, 60% of the votes, who are in the rural areas in this country, still know only one party. What she's mentioned now, is it something that you think is widespread across Nigeria, or is it in certain pockets?
No, I think it's, you know, it's no longer business as usual. And I mean, if you've gone through the way the campaign train, we're going to the roots, to where the masses are, where the common man is, which essentially is the main part of the APC ideology, reaching out to the common man. And of course, this would be impossible if we're only concentrating on the middle class. And as you rightly said, it is the common man that would vote. Most of the policies we would do would affect the common man. So it's widespread beyond Lagos, you know, in the south, in the east, everywhere. We're trying to reach out to the grassroots. Everyone actually, not just the grassroots, but everyone, because everyone actually matters. So yeah, definitely, it's widespread and beyond Lagos.
I want to talk about the campaign now and the management of the general's persona and personality and the communication generally. And I'm not a fan of feeding off rumors, especially about his health, because I think it's actually very, very has no tact at all when you're talking about someone's health without any basis. But his trip to the UK was a bit controversial in many ways, because when he left, we did hear he was going on an official visit. And for about a week, we didn't hear anything from General Buhari. And people were, where is he? Why is he not saying anything? And he came back and said he took a break. Why didn't we hear he was taking a break? What was he doing in the UK? Is it wise to take a break in the middle of a campaign? Not just in the middle, a few days to elections. Do you think that was a good thing?
Well, General Buhari
handled generally?
did address this, at his speech at Chatham House, where he said that, yes, he did go to see the doctors for checkup.
I'm talking about after the Chatham House address.
After
it was a week after that where
okay,
that was he disappeared.
Well, I can't comment on what the. I can't comment that he's healthy. let me say that I can't comment that he's healthy.
Great to know.
Now, but what he was doing, the work. I mean, I'm not privy to the details. Of what. And there's a lot about strategy with campaign. I don't know what he could have been doing, but I certainly know that it has nothing to do with the fact that there was something wrong with his health.
Yeah.
The general, he's a fit man. He's 72 years old, and you must have seen some of the pictures where he's on top of a chair, on top of some of those chairs in the vehicles, and for hours, I mean, how many young people can do that?
Yeah.
So I don't think that has anything to do with.
Yeah. I don't think my issue is even with his health or anything.
Okay.
I'm not in doubt that he's healthy.
Yeah.
But maybe my final question to Howard, which I want to ask you again: do you think it was a good idea to take that break?
Well, I mean, as she said, it depends on why he took that break. I mean, it's politics. There's a campaign going on. Was it for a strategic reason? Was it for a reason we don't know yet? We don't know. We can't say if it was a good idea or a bad idea, but I think the important thing is that he's healthy, the campaign goes on, and he's going to be able to lead Nigeria. So